Continuing with ETBU Extra this afternoon on the ETBU Sportsnet. Thank you for clicking in. Now time to turn our attention to Tiger volleyball. And, of course, you heard Coach Ergel in his segment talk about how he enjoys watching the Lady Tigers play volleyball. Last night, the Tigers had a match at home, last home match of the year, against rival LeTourneau University, winning that match last night 3-0. Lady Tigers are now 17-3, and we're now joined by Lyndsay Mashe, the head coach of Tiger Volleyball. And Lyndsay, kind of talk about the match last night and how things went. Obviously very well with a 3-0 win.
Sure. We did. We played well, definitely played well in set one, and, had to continue to, just stay focused and continue to play well going into the next two sets. Just usually when the first set comes that easy, you got to maintain that focus. So, but I thought we did a good job. We got the win, and, we're able to celebrate our seniors.
I want to talk about those seniors in just a moment. Kind of talk about some of the players last night that had good games. I know Mallory and Madison, Mallory Sanders and Madison Rowley both had 12 kills apiece. Kind of talk about their performance and some other players that impressed you last night.
Yeah, well, Mallory, has been a very consistent player for us over the season, and, pretty much we can count on her to be in double-digit kills. And then Madison, that was her first career high of 12 kills, and she's really starting to come into her own. That girl has a ton of potential, and, if we can just continue to keep her consistent, we'd like to see her at that kind of kills every game would be really good. But, yeah, it was a good performance by both of them.
Mallory is the junior, and Madison Rowley is a freshman. Right. So when you say you like to see them perform well, you got them coming back.
Yes, exactly. That's exciting. They're both great players for us, and, when you have them with experience coming back, that's a good thing.
Of course, last night being the final home match of the year in Ornelas Gymnasium, you honored your two seniors on the squad, number 22, Hannah Jones, and number 24, Daisy Alano, who will be our guest here in just a moment. Kind of talk to me about each one of those players and what they've meant to the program being here. And if you recall recruiting them, what did you see in them and said, hey, I need them to be a part of Tiger Volleyball?
Right. Well, Hannah Jones, she is just an incredible talker on the court. She's very passionate. Very consistent in what you get from her. There's never a day that I can't expect 100% from her. I mean, I'm just going to get that day in and day out. And she's been very dedicated to the program and to us as a coaching staff. So we've enjoyed having her. And then, of course, Daisy, she actually was recruited by basketball. And one way that we were able to convince her to come to ETBU to play basketball was to allow her the opportunity to play volleyball. So we gave her that shot, not expecting much from her, to be honest, because we didn't know her ability. And she has turned out to be just a great player for us.
And that's one of the unique things about being an NCAA Division III schools. A lot of times you do have athletes that can come and play two sports, which is a plus in recruiting. They like to play both and then get here, and usually they choose one over the other.
They do.
Except in Tyler Bates' case, he plays baseball and football. But
that's
mostly
true.
It's good for you. Well, I got to apologize. Last week, Miss ETBU, Morgan Garrett, needed to do a photo shoot, and I forgot that the Lady Tigers had practice that afternoon, and we took some pictures of her in her full gown. Mm-hmm. You said, hi, Mike, how you doing? What was going through your mind when you saw Morgan Garrett from Tiger Basketball walk in wearing a gown?
I was a little confused, but then it dawned on me that we have homecoming coming up, and she was our Miss ETBU last year, so I put it all together. We didn't mind having you guys in there.
Well, we kind of used the end of the court that you were not practicing, but I did notice a drill that you're doing I want to ask about. You're up on a platform, and you're having the ball in your hands, and you're just hitting over in places. What kind of drill were you working on with your team?
Well, there's several things. We were working on our blockers with blocking. It just allows it to be a more controlled atmosphere where all they have to focus on is getting there and pressing over the net. But then we were also working on the kind of a hole in our defense has been like if they just put a little tip shot in or roll in the middle of our court, not doing a great job picking that up. So we were putting a big focus on that.
But also notice that you also had time where y'all played one another. That's part of practice every day?
Oh, yeah. We definitely tried to spend the last 30 to 45 minutes in a live scrimmage situation. It's hard in any drill to mock what you get in a live scrimmage, and so we always try to put that out there and let people compete against each other.
Lady Tiger Volleyball with a win over LeTourneau last night. Now 17-3 on the year, 6-2 in American Southwest Conference East Division play. This weekend, you go into another American Southwest Conference crossover tournament hosted by University of Texas at Tyler. And you got two teams, well, actually three teams, only two count toward conference. McMurray, Sul Ross State, Howard Payne. McMurray, of course, back in our conference but playing a provisional schedule. Their win-losses against a team do not count in the standings. So I guess, tell me, what do you expect this weekend? Of course, I asked one player one time about going away to crossover tournament. They said, we're going to come back 3-0. So I know you're expecting that. But kind of give us a preview if fans want to travel to Tyler and go to the Heritage Center and watch the Lady Tigers play in the crossover this weekend.
Well, I mean, there's not a game in our conference anymore that we can take lightly. And so we're expecting three tough matches. Sul Ross and Howard Payne both are, just working to continue to get more wins on their conference record and get better as a team. And so, I kind of always feel like ETBU has a target on their back. So at any given time, we better be ready because somebody wants to knock us down. Of
course, it's all about positioning right now.
It is.
And because you get
huge.
seated and you don't, you on positioning. I ask coaches sometimes, are you looking ahead or you can't look ahead? Because you do need to start thinking about, all right, we're doing well. Where do we need to be?
Well, we're taking one game at a time, but knowing what we need to do to keep us where we're at or push us forward. And, right now we're sitting in the second seed of the East and the first seed host. And so, some things have to happen for us to have that opportunity to host, but we sure have to finish all the way out with winning in the conference for us to even have a shot. So, we have to look forward a little bit, but we're definitely focused on one game at a time.
All right, Coach. Well, best of luck to you and your Lady Tigers as you hail over to Tyler playing the crossover tournament.
Yes, sir.
And
thank
congratulations again on that win last night against rival LeTourneau.
Thank you.
Lyndsay Mashe has been our guest on this segment. Coming up next, when we come back, we'll visit with one of our players, one of the seniors on the ETB Lady Tiger squad, Daisy Alano. That's up next on ETBU Extra.